All right, well, this brings us to our final speaker for this session. I would like to introduce Luke Boulos from Service New South Wales. And Luke is going to talk us through the cost of living specialist and some, oops, I've just lost my notes, and some rebates that carers in New South Wales may qualify for. So very welcome to you, Luke.
Thank you, Wendy. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. So my name is Luke Boulos and I have the pleasure of representing Service New South Wales on the cost of living program. So next slide, please. So what can you expect from this session? So the aim of this session is to build awareness around the cost of living program, and we'll provide you with an overview of the program itself, but also an understanding of what potential savings may be available for you, which we will go through in detail in a moment. We'll also provide you information on how to get assistance with the assessment and application process of certain rebates. Next slide, please. So we'll find out what exactly is the cost of living program. Next slide, please. So the cost of living program is a New South Wales government initiative helping to build awareness around the many rebates and savings available to New South Wales residents. So at this moment, there are over 70 different types of rebates and savings within the program, which we have bundled together in one convenient location. Much the case with Service New South Wales, we like to, create that notion that we are that one-stop shop, and we've, incorporated that in the cost of living program. Next slide, please. So accessing the program. So the program can be accessed through a variety of means, but the most convenient way is by going onto our Service New South Wales website and on the cost of living landing page. So from there, you'll be able to see a variety of rebates and savings that are available, and you'll be able to complete a savings finder, which will consist of a couple of questions that you answer, and that will narrow down the rebates and savings that are appropriate for yourself. So the list that is provided for you after answering those questions is a personalized list of the rebates out of the 70 that are appropriate for yourself. Next slide, please. So the program has been very successful. The program was launched in 2018 and at the Wetherill Park Service New South Wales Centre. So I am originally from the Wetherill Park Centre, and the program was launched there back in 2018, and I've had the pleasure of running the program there over the last 3 years. But as a whole over the state, Service New South Wales has held over 75,000 individual cost of living appointments for customers, and customers across New South Wales has saved around $34 million in rebates and savings that they weren't aware of. And a benefit of the program is it has increased public awareness around the various rebates and savings that are offered in New South Wales, which is absolutely fantastic. Next slide, please. So we'll take a look at what types of savings there are. And if we go to the next slide, you'll see that the rebates and savings are broken up into 8 different categories. So we've got our most popular section, which is the energy and utility section. We've got rebates across driving, public transportation, health, children, recreation and leisure, home, and a few miscellaneous other rebates. So that 70 rebate number that I've mentioned, they fall into those 8 different categories there. So we've really broken them down and made it very accessible for our customers to know what they can claim. Next slide, please. So what savings might I be eligible for? So eligibility for the various rebates and savings vary depending on your personal circumstances. So I flagged at the beginning of the presentation that questionnaire. So that questionnaire kind of asks for your age, living situation, your location, medical history, if you hold any pensioner concession cards, things like that. So that will kind of narrow down the rebates and savings that are appropriate for you. Now we have tend to find that certain concession cards are usually eligible for a higher amount of rebates, but that's not to say that there isn't something in the program for everyone, which we will see in the next slide. So there are some general savings that everybody can utilize. And the first one I want to touch on quickly is Energy Made Easy. So Energy Made Easy is a government website that's all about you comparing your energy bills to see if there are any other retailers that are offering a cheaper price. So during cost of living appointments, I'll do energy comparisons for customers and see if there is anywhere that we can save, if there are any other retailers offering a cheaper price on energy. So that is a very popular savings tool that everybody, and I urge everybody to utilize. We've also got our Green Slip Price Check and our Fuel Check app. So, these Green Slip Price Check is similar to the Energy Made Easy, comparing your Green Slip to see if there is any other Green Slip retailer that is offering a better price on that CTP insurance. Another popular one, I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom, is that Revenue New South Wales unclaimed money. So it's always a bonus when a customer comes in for a cost of living appointment and we do a search for them via their name and find out that, they have about, I think the highest I've seen is maybe $20,000 or $30,000 somebody had in unclaimed money that they did not know that they had. So I urge everyone to use that Revenue Unclaimed Money search as well. And also the toll relief as well. So if you are frequent users of toll roads, please look into the toll relief scheme as well. So these are general savings that everybody can utilize. Now we'll go to the next slide and we'll have a look at some savings specifically for pension card holders and perhaps, people that are on a carer's pension. So we've got your popular energy rebates. So the low income household rebate and the gas rebate. So the energy rebate, I'll just quickly give you the figure, is $285 per year. So if you were to claim that and you are the holder of an electricity account, once adding that rebate to the account, you can expect to receive about a $75 or so discount every quarter, give or take. So this is a very popular one. And then we've got the gas rebate as well, valued at $110 per year. We won't go through the list completely, but I just want to make sure that, if you've got a pension card, please claim your Opal card as well, your pensioner concession Opal card. That will allow you to go on the bus, train and ferry on the Opal network in Sydney, and it will be $2.50 for the whole day. So that is really, really fantastic. And then we've also got your free vehicle registration and driver's license as well for those that hold the pension card. So look into that if you hold a pension card. Next slide, please. So we've got some savings for those that are on, perhaps may have a healthcare card. So again, you can claim the low income household rebate and the gas rebate. And then we've also got those that hold a Commonwealth Seniors Health Card. You can claim something called the Seniors Energy Rebate. So if you've got a card that looks like that orange one on the screen there in the middle, there is a $200 rebate that you can claim every financial year on your energy bills. It's a one-off payment that's put into your bank account. So that's really, really great. And then anybody over the age of 60, if you are working more than 20 hours a week, you can get a Senior Savers Card. And if you are working less than 20 hours a week, you can apply for a New South Wales Full Seniors Card. So please look into that if you are over the age of 60. Next slide, please. We've also got some rebates for people that have certain medical conditions. So one I want to touch on importantly is the life support energy rebate. So the life support energy rebate is, good for people that perhaps use some sort of life supporting equipment, such as a sleep apnea machine or an oxygen concentrator in the home. Not only is it important to notify your energy retailer that you're using this, because in the event of a power outage, it's very important that they know that somebody in the premises is using an energy device like this, but also you can save bill as well. So there are various amounts depending on the type of life supporting equipment that you use. But if you are using some kind of life supporting equipment, please look into the life support energy rebate. There's a couple ones down there as well. We've also got the spectacles program as well. So holders of a pension card or even a low-income healthcare card can claim the spectacles program, provided they meet the criteria. So there is a certain eligibility process, but the rebate is concerned around a free pair of glasses every 2 years. So that's really great. And then we've also got concession car parking fees at public hospitals. So if you are going to public hospitals frequently and you do hold a pension card or a healthcare card or even a mobility parking permit, there is concessions that you can get when accessing public hospital car parking, because we know those fees can be quite expensive. Next slide, please. Now, something I want to touch on very importantly is payment assistance. So formerly known as EPA, and basically EPA is there to support, people that are facing hardship in maintaining their electricity and gas account. So during a cost of living appointment, if a customer has ever disclosed that they've got a bill that they are unable to pay and they're facing some difficulty, we can refer them to EPA providers to help, with the burden of that electricity bill. But during COVID, Service New South Wales also accepts applications for EPA vouchers as well. So if you are facing difficulty, please go on our Service New South Wales website and you can submit your EPA application via that. Next slide, please. So what support is available? So we'll go to the next slide. So you can access the program or the various rebates and savings a number of ways. We'll just get the next slide, please. So you can visit a Service New South Wales centre, and almost most Service New South Wales centres have a cost of living specialist there that can assist you, where you can book an appointment with them. But during COVID, we've also opened the phone appointment option as well. So you can call our contact centre on 137788 and you can book yourself a cost of living appointment with a specialist. But if you prefer to see a specialist local to you, then please visit your local service centre and get in touch with a specialist there. We also offer translating and interpreting services as well. So, if you need some translation or interpreting services, we can arrange that for you during your cost of living appointment as well. Next slide, please. So again, the cost of living appointment service is free of charge. Your cost of living specialist can run through those rebates and savings for you in a more personalized way. So again, like I said at the beginning of the presentation, you can use that savings finder yourself and see what rebates and savings are available to you. But if you'd like to have that more personal experience and get in contact with a specialist, the appointment service is available. And again, that can be accessed via a number of ways, via our contact center, by booking an appointment or getting in touch with your local specialist. And, the appointments are really fantastic. They're a great value. We provide information beyond the rebates as well. So whatever issues customers are facing, we endeavor to service them. And if not, we refer them to agencies external to the business so we can meet our customers' needs. Next slide, please. The appointment service offers convenience, peace of mind, and it also improves awareness. You are given a printout of all the different savings that you're eligible for, so you can refer to that at any time. So the appointment option is also really great as well. Next slide, please. So the appointment summary that you're given, if you have a personalized appointment, you are given that printout. We'll give you any forms or access to any further information that you need. But if you do choose that over the phone option as well, we can send you the forms as well by email. So everything that you need, we will endeavor to help you. I think that brings me to the end of the presentation. Again, the program is such a vast program. I could talk about it for much longer. But if you do want to know more, please go on our website or please contact our Service New South Wales Contact Centre on 137788 and request to speak with a cost of living specialist to book an appointment. I'll take any questions.
Okay, so I'm just having a look. Luke, I don't know if people have had an opportunity yet to post any questions in the Q&A chat. So please, people, do that if you've got any questions for Luke. In the meantime, are you able to tell me what sort of demand there might be for some of these appointments, and would there be sort of waiting lists happening in different areas?
So if you were to see your local specialist, their calendars may vary from others. So there are certain areas that the demand is higher, and there are certain areas where the demand isn't as high. So the safest option, I guess, if you want an appointment ASAP, as in like the next day, is to go and ring the contact center 137788, and they will be able to see whose calendar has an empty slot. So perhaps the person may live in Sydney, but they may be speaking to a specialist up in Orange, for example, but they'll still get the same support, and anything that they need will be sent to them. So that is to ensure that the customers get it on the same day. But perhaps in some of the metropolitan areas in Sydney, there may be a couple of day waiting time, and there are a few centres where it can be a couple of weeks, but there is always someone available to help.
Fantastic. And I'm assuming that if carers are helping call in on behalf of the person they're supporting, that the two of them could undertake that process together.
Yeah, as long as the operator is aware that they're both on the call, and the person who they're representing gives permission to speak on behalf, and they speak together, they can have a conversation together. Yeah.
Fantastic.
The rebates are just very generalized. It's about just providing the information, and ensuring that customers are aware of the rebates and savings that they're available to ease cost of living pressures, because it's a struggle for everybody, and especially during COVID. So again, if there is support beyond the rebates and savings where something may be disclosed during an appointment, our specialists will endeavour to help them beyond the rebates and savings, because I understand people require assistance beyond the rebates and savings, and we endeavour to go external to the agency. Our specialists are very in touch with their communities and are aware of different support avenues outside of the service centre.
Fantastic. I think it's a quite common expression that people don't know what they don't know. So to be able to sit down individually and talk through your circumstances with somebody are incredibly valuable.
It is, yeah, incredibly valuable. It's a great value service, great value.
Fantastic. I learnt a few things myself. So I'm hoping that the other states have a matching type of support for people that might be caring for somebody in a different state or territory. Hopefully we can request the same type of assistance.
Yeah.
Okay. And just a reminder that, oh, sorry.
Just having a look to see if there's any final questions on here.
I've been reading through. I think that your presentation was so comprehensive, Luke. I think people possibly would be looking for a paper-based copy so they can do their own checklist. Or potentially they've already penciled down that phone number to give them a call.
And once you do your questionnaire as well, all the rebates and savings are, categorized for you as well, if you choose to do it at home by yourself. But if you choose to have an appointment, you will get the appointment summary with all the rebates printed out for you. Yeah.
Fantastic. It sounds too good to be true. All right. So I'm not sure that we're going to get any specific questions, but I really I don't know if you've got any parting words, Luke. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Just everybody, you go on the Service New South Wales website. It's very easy to use on the cost of living page, and support is out there. So please reach out to Service New South Wales. We are the face of New South Wales government. Thank you.